You can now get free narcotics paraphernalia in automated vending machines in Canada. No, I'm not kidding. Here's this lovely lady showing us exactly what you can purchase. Sorry, you don't even have to purchase it. They're giving it away for free in automated vending machines.
So I'm outside the Nanaimo Hospital, and I was able to get a crack inhalation kit and a cocaine snorting kit. Unfortunately, the crack pipes were out, which is no surprise because crack pipes can be traded for drugs. All of these items you can get for free at a vending machine located just directly over there outside of the Nanaimo Hospital emergency room.
You don't believe her? Well, here's her video of her actually going and getting it.
Let's go get a free crack pipe and cocaine smoking kit.
I want you to notice something as she's walking up. Do you hear the kids playing nearby? Yeah, that's right. Wow. And it's free. Hey, welcome to Canada. Welcome to Canada, everybody. What an amazing sight. Just pop open that door and get your free narcotics paraphernalia, courtesy of the taxpayer. That is just amazing now, isn't it? Now, it would be amazing if there wasn't information out there to talk about what's been going on in Canada. Well, it turns out there is. There's a documentary filmmaker and now turned conservative candidate Aaron Gunn made a film called Canada is Dying to talk about this issue. And when you go to the website on YouTube and click on it, you get age gated. That's right. I will leave a link in the description down below. If you have not seen this film, it is a film to watch, but you have to be logged in. You have to confirm your age and all of this for you to proceed. And I can't even show any of the video here in fear of having this video itself being age gated. So let's not put ourselves in that territory, but I'll leave a link in the description down below. Go watch it for yourself. Share it with your friends. Do a screening at your home. Why not? Get this information out there. But, you know, it's not just Aaron Guns is the only one who's been talking about it. Recently, Brian Lilley was on a show talking with a physician on this show. Brian Lilley debates Dr. Iris Gorkinel on Zoomer TV. This is a television program in Ontario. I'm talking about the expanding alcoholic sales. Now, he compares her opinion, and this is where it turns into some contention. He compares her opinion with Safe Supply with her opinion on alcohol, because we've all seen the things where you have to fill out, hey, do you drink more than 2 drinks in 1 week? You're like, wait a second, where does that come from?
So let's own this for what it is, a big mistake, especially to bring it out this quickly.
That report that said you should have no more than 2 drinks per week or all of these bad things will happen to your health was nothing but bad science. I don't have it in front of me, but I went through looking at what they claimed were the increases. And they would say it's an 85% increase in this disease. And then you look and you say, well, next to nobody has that disease. This is not a major issue, but that's what they put at the front of it. It was a garbage report.
Are you kidding? Are you a physician?
No, I'm not, but I can read.
Scientist?
I can read.
Okay, can you read what the World Health Organization said?
Okay, where do you stand? Where do you stand on safe supply?
Okay, this is a separate topic. I'm not even going down that rabbit hole.
No, where do you stand on safe supply?
We're talking about alcohol.
No, we're handing out opioid pills to people.
Are you kidding? Alcohol
We're handing out opioid
harms.
pills to people, and you're claiming that more than 2 glasses of wine a week is going to kill people. I'm sorry, opioid pills being handed out in the dozens.
We're not talking about opioids right now. We're talking
you're talking about what's
alcohol.
bad for people.
We're talking about alcohol.
No, don't sit there and defend safe supply.
With the facts?
Don't sit there and defend safe supply and then claim that more than 2 drinks a week will kill our health system.
Listen.
It doesn't work that way.
Listen.
You can see the
I
guy in
know
the
you're
back.
an activist.
You're an
Let's bring in.
activist.
Let's bring.
Don't sit.
Gotta love this guy in the back, just totally agreeing with Brian Lilley on this one. Absolutely. How can you have such a complete dichotomy in your brain over two complete separate issues? I mean, alcohol is it's pretty prevalent in our society, and people function on while having a few drinks. Obviously, people are alcoholics, and that's awful. But we're not talking when you compare that with the opinion about safe supply. It is absolutely ridiculous, and people are losing their mind over it. David over here saying, get your safe supply of alcohol at gas stations and then hop in your car. The Ford government is enabling drug dealers. I thought it was that. I thought that was bad. Holy cow. GM Forbes saying, yes, David, because nobody ever drives to the LCBO or the beer store. Safe supply alcohol. Holy F. The left has lost their minds over this. It really is a crazy story. But what is the reality on the ground? Yeah, sometimes kids might even get into your alcohol, and that might be awful. But you know what would be worse? If they got into safe supply, and that's exactly what's happening here. And this is from Break the Needle on Twitter. ML North is a BC teenager who developed an addiction to diverted, safer supply opioids. Her family is now suing the government. Listen to her describe how preteens are using this very strong substance.
Yeah, honestly, I've seen some middle schoolers, grade 7, people that are 13, 12. I've even seen 11-year-olds doing billies or pills.
How do you know that middle schoolers are doing them? Is it stuff you heard through friends, or is it something that you witnessed?
I know a lot of people, and when me and Camille would go out and hang out with people, we'd hang out in big groups with people that their age range from grade 11 probably to 17. So we just see people on drugs and people we know, or we just see younger people doing them in the group we were in while we were hanging out.
Do you know of any other people in your social circle who have overdosed on dillies?
Yeah, I know one other person, but she got to the hospital and she's okay now.
How do you know that she overdosed on dillies specifically?
She took it was 3 or 4. She was and then we were at a park. And she was throwing up everywhere, and she couldn't breathe. It was getting bad. You could tell, and her throat was making noises. So we had to call an ambulance, and her lips were turning purple.
Oh, so you were with her when she overdosed on dillies?
Yeah, I think I know some people just do it recreationally, parties or on weekends, just to have fun with people. But I know that there are others that are really addicted to them and just need them to get by, just do them so that they can keep going, and because it's the only thing that makes them feel okay, because you're addicted to them.
That's unbelievable. And this is where the new generation of addicts is coming from. It's coming from government safe supply, as they call it, safe supply. Not very safe when you're bringing about a whole new generation of addicts, as we're trying to, take the addicts that we already have and bring them off of these harmful substances. Ontario's health minister admits safe supply policy failures as she reveals alarming increase in violent assaults, crime, and fatalities near drug consumption sites across the province.
I've also heard that the status quo of drug consumption sites is not working. Parents are worried about discarded needles that their children could pick up. Some parents no longer feel comfortable sending their children to the local elementary school or have pulled them out of their local daycare. Businesses and communities are concerned about disruptive behavior that increases crime around drug consumption sites that impact their communities. Just last year, for example, compared to the rest of the city, there was a 113% increase in reports of assault near these sites in Toronto. Violent crime was up 146% near Ottawa's Somerset site, and homicide was 450% higher near Hamilton's urban core.
450% higher in homicide because of this new epidemic that is brought about by government initiative. And well, it's turned into a campaign thing here in British Columbia. We have an election coming up in the fall. And well, this is a hot button issue because this all started here.
When Dr. Henry gives us advice, we follow that advice.
I support legalization and regulation of drugs.
Dr. Henry recommending expanding access to hard drugs outside of the healthcare system,
including broadening the availability and types of drugs that can be prescribed, like smokable fentanyl.
Physicians are afraid that if they prescribe and it's diverted to an opioid naive user, they may become opioid dependent and they may die. And that may happen to some people.
Anytime anybody on methadone asks the doctor, please give me a safe supply, they're just selling it, and they're going to buy fentanyl.
Dolph has been funded by the province, Coastal Health giving it $200,000 a year for testing. This Compassion Club in Vancouver's downtown east side was public about buying hard drugs, including cocaine and heroin, on the dark web.
We do have funding from our local health authority because the problem in Vancouver is very, very severe. We can't use any of that money to buy drugs. Right. No, we can't use their money to buy drugs. There's a lot of laundry.
Well, we'll be looking forward to the next election. Obviously, the Conservatives of British Columbia are taking advantage of this. Of course, their platform is to end the safe supply, or safe supply in quotes, to stop the laundering of money with these programs, as is admitted right here in this video. But I'd love to hear what you have to think about this whole scenario. Do you think this is all wrong? That, you know, maybe we're just going through a little speed bump on the way to recovery with this safe supply, or is this as bad as it sounds? Let me know if if I'm being hyperbolic on this whole thing, or if this is actually correct. Leave a comment in the comment section down below. Let me know what you think, and of course, we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.